Don't mind me, Ferrari. Hello everybody, welcome back to a brand new video. Today you're going to join me playing the 18th hole here at Mottram Hall. I'm going to talk you through what's going through my head, how I play each shots, and where most of us are going wrong on the par 5s. Let's get into today's video. Okay, first thing, get your laser. Or, if you don't have a laser, use your watch. So what I'm doing with my laser is I'm trying to build up an image of what's down where roughly my golf ball's going to land. So most of us hit our drive between 200 to say 250 yards. So it's important that we laser things around that point. So I'd walk up to where I'm going to tee my golf ball, and I'm going to stand here now. And I'm going to laser this tree on the right. So the tree on the right is 184 yards. Oh, it vibrates, that, it locks on. And I'm going to laser the bunker. The mound of the bunker is about 230 yards. So I know my golf ball is going to be sort of somewhere around there. Straight away I can make an educated decision on what club I should use. So straight away I know I played this hole a lot. This is a driver for me. So we're going to go over and grab our driver. Now as I'm walking over to get my driver, going through my head I'm thinking, where's this wind? Where does it feel like? Is it into? Is it down? Because that's going to form a big deal of where we're going to aim on this shot. So put that on. We also need a golf ball. It would help, wouldn't it? So, by the way, on that point, what golf ball do you use? Get in those comments down below. I'm on the Pro V1X at the minute. Bridgestone, you, Josh?
Actually, using TP5 Sunday.
Posh.
One as well.
And you lost one, didn't you?
Lost one.
He claims he lost it in the middle of the fairway, plugged. Do you believe him? Okay, so before I even tee my golf ball up, I'm going to take into account that wind. We could pick a piece of grass up. I always, if I do this, I hold my golf club out in front of me and I can see where that wind is. So I know today it's a little bit into off the left. Not a nice wind for me. I fade the golf ball and that's only going to exaggerate this. So I know in my head I can't go for a bombs away drive here. I've got to do a bit more of a fairway finder so I don't lose it on this wind. So I'm going to aim up the left side. I'm going to help myself do this by getting this logo of the golf ball pointing down that left side. So I'd grab it, I would put it down, and I'd get my logo pointing down that left hand side. I then like to walk back directly down where my golf ball's aiming and just sort of get an idea, is that correct? Is that right? Now I know. So my fairway driver shot, I like to tee the golf ball a little bit lower. It's just what's natural for me, it works for me. So I sort of have 3 different tee heights. Bombs away, fairway finder, and then really low, and I hover it if I want to hit that into wind one. I hate this wind, into off the left, it's terrible. So I'm now thinking, I'm going to be aiming down that left side. I'm going to use that wind to bring it back to the centre of the fairway. So building this into my pre-shot routine, fixated on where I want that ball to finish, down that left side. So I'm not bothered about the centre of the fairway, I'm more bothered about my start line. Let the wind take the conditions into play. So one practice swing, feeling my positions, turning through. Next one, trying to hit the shot. The last thing I'm going to do now, stand behind it, check it, ask myself a really key question. What shot do I see? What shot do I see? I see it fading, using that wind, down that left half. Club, I'm performing a little 90 degree between the top edge of my golf club and the top edge of the golf ball with the line. Build my stance. One look towards target. I'm ready to go. A little bit pulley, grab a piece. I tend to do that sometimes on that wind. Get a little bit pulley and trying to not get it losing on that wind. It's okay, it's in play. Fairway finder swing. Let's head down there now. Let's get into this first pitfall. Now, this lie right here, it looks all right. We're in the semi-rough. It's a little bit teed up, or could look a little bit that way to some people. This is where a lot of us are going wrong. See this grass around the golf ball? It's making this ball not look like a very good lie. So it's a lie that we need to really be able to chop into it, more like an iron swing or a hybrid swing. Far too many of us, we get on a par 5 and we think just because it's a long hole, we've got to smash this ball as far down there as possible. when actually we could end up topping it, thinning it, fatting it now, or putting it in one of those fairway bunkers and leaving us potentially the hardest shot. So what I want you to do is don't slip into this habit of just going, you know what, it's a par 5, second shot, I'm going to go with 3 wood, I'm going to go with 5 wood. This lie right here, all day I'm thinking hybrid is the club, or even if it's worse than that, it's a 5 iron, it's a 6 iron. Get that ball in play and leave yourself a chance to get it up there in 3. So key. Because I'm just resting that club down behind the ball now and it just does not look inviting one bit. And that little gremlin in your mind's probably going, oh, it's alright this, it's alright this. But deep down we know it's not the right club. So hybrid's the one for me. Don't go too aggressive. Let's, oh, do you know what I've forgotten? We've not done this. Form a picture. So performing the same thing that we did at the tee, can we even just look through our laser? Don't have to laser anything as such if we don't want to. Just build a picture up of what's in front of me. Even if this is your home golf course, you've played it thousands of times, keep doing that. If you've got a picture of what's up there, you can be more committed to your shots. So we've talked about lie, we've talked about picturing what's up there with the trouble. Now all we have to do is pull that trigger, hit that shot away. All we've got to do now is go through that same routine, feel the positions, rotating in, 2 practice swings, again behind, the wind's into off my left, I know that from the tee. Line up down that left wing and smoothly try and get this ball down there. Now, the one thing that I'm going to change in my technique here, I'm going to feel like I'm hitting this a little bit more like an iron and chopping down on this just to help me get it out of this lie. Be good. Perfect. Nicely found that gap. Left ourselves we've left ourselves a wedge. Let's head down there. So look at this here. We've got it straight into an area that we're not going to be in too much trouble. So this bunker, I know I've gone a little bit past it. In an ideal world, I would have kept it short of that front edge, not to leave it in any trouble. We've then got another bunker up here that we had a look through our laser with, that we've kept it way short of. We've left ourselves roughly now about 60-70 yards, and this is helping you become stress-free. So proving to you don't have to hit good shots to play good golf. So we've gone from the tee, we've gone through a process, we've taken the wind, we've picked the club, we've gone through what's thinking about. This is what I want you to get into on the golf course. I think far too often we go into this sort of automatic pilot mode of, oh, I've played this place before, I know this, and we just sort of pull the same clubs we do every single time. Okay, can I make birdie? This is the big question. Can I make birdie? 64 yards. What are you hitting here, Josh? 64 yards.
Little chippy pitching wedge.
Guys, what would you hit? Get in those comments, what would you hit? Chippy pitching wedge. God, it's just a bit of...
More control over it, I feel.
So even to a front flag. So this is where I'm going to throw you. So if we've got a front flag and we want to be able to get it close, we need a little bit more height on this shot. If it's coming in a little bit low, it's always going to want to skid.
It's going to come in low on a knife.
It's a fair point. So I've gone with my 50, and what I feel for this swing is it's very much a swing where I feel it's just short, or just past 9 o'clock, just through past 9 o'clock with the ball back in my stance. And definitely with a flag at the front, I'm adding 2 to 3 yards onto this, so I'm playing to land this around about 67, 69. Let's call it 70. None of us are that perfect to be that good, but let's think we can be that good. So I'm aiming to land this just past the flag. Let's not miss the green. I can assure you the biggest stat on lowering your scores is being able to hit more greens in either net regulation or regulation. Let's see how I got on here. If I'm honest, not the best wedge I've ever hit in my life.
Could be worse though.
Yeah, it's definitely not the worst. Let's head up to the green. Right, let's go and see if we can roll it in. Now you might be thinking this whole, what I'm doing right now sounds uber defensive, but it's not. It's just smart golf. We're thinking about a process, taking the wind into account, playing to our strengths. And 9 times out of 10, a lot of us are good with our hybrids. We're better with our hybrids than probably some of our irons. We're better with our hybrids than we are our 3-wood. 3-wood has to be on a perfect lie to get it going towards the hole. So use that hybrid, use the driver on a par 5 and don't set into autopilot. And quite a lot of us like hitting full wedge shots, so laying that little bit further back is definitely a good place to go, not those smelly little chips. Okay, let's talk about the process with putting now. So I tend to, unless nobody's behind me, I like to mark it with a T-peg. I don't know what you guys mark it with. I like to mark it with a T-peg because this gives me a marker where I can walk around the whole hole. I can get a great perception of distance, making a triangle between the T-peg, me, and the hole, and I can always see where that marker is. So I always like to walk to what I feel is the low side, get a good image of what's happening on the hole. I then always get my line and my golf ball down towards the centre of the cup. And you know why I do this? I find putting doesn't have to be so perfect. Let yourself go with it. If you want to know where the centre of the hole is, use that line. Always have it pointing at the centre of the hole, and if it's a little bit right to left, we have to put across the line, a little bit left to right, put across the line as well. And I feel when I got the line trying to be on my start line, I personally feel, you may be different, that I'm trying to be too perfect with the putter in my hand. It doesn't work for me. Be natural. At the end of the day, it's only a small motion. Let's not overthink this. Let's see if I can hold it. Oh, I've left myself some work here. Left myself some work here. Again, I'd go through the same process, line it up, have a look behind, and now I feel under pressure to finish around the par. In the back door, everybody! In the back door. There we go, guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. Let me know in those comments if you did really enjoy this style of video, talking through how I play every single shot. It'd be great to hear. And don't forget, if you've not already, thumbs up button and smash the subscribe button too.